guys finally got some love in the projections. Did you notice that? Does that matter?
Well, we've said all along that's something that we can't control, and we've told our guys that. It's not about really that or what the outside's saying. We know what we've done. You know, we've won a lot of games away from home. We've not a lot of schools in the non-league schedule 5 games against the power conferences. We did that, and we won all 5 of them. 3 on neutral courts, 1 here and 1 at Rupp. We're one of few teams that have won 3 top 5. We've beaten 3 top 5 opponents when we've played them. And the other thing that I think we've done that I'm most proud of is Gonzaga, I know, is another team, but we've beaten everybody on our schedule. Not a lot of people in the country can say that. So our body of work's been very good. It's been very consistent. I like how we're playing right now. You know, nobody's probably playing any better in the country. We won 7 in a row. A lot of those away from here. So I like where we're at. We're pretty healthy. We're nicked up a little bit, but we're pretty healthy right now. So hopefully we got 2 big games ahead of us here this week. A lot of emotion with Senior Day and those type things looming. So we need to have 2 good performances going into postseason next week.
You mentioned Senior Day. Extra emotional for you just because your son's involved? Yeah,
well, not just Bryce. Obviously, yeah, because you wear 2 hats. You're a proud dad, but you're a very proud coach as well. And the thing about Bryce and Isaac in particular, Gerald has done a tremendous job for us as a walk-on now on scholarship this year. He's going to graduate on time. Bryce and Isaac are going to graduate on time. So they've done the job academically. They've been tremendous in community service and, you know, dealing with the media, dealing with fans. They've just been exemplary in everything that they've done that way. But Bryce and Isaac started when we started. So these are 2 guys. Isaac was really our first recruit. So here's 2 guys that have come in with us. And now 4 years later, this is what the program looks like. This is what the culture looks like. And I couldn't be more proud of both of them because they have done everything we've asked them to do. And so those are very proud moments. And when you're playing your last game in Pauley, there's always emotion to that.
You guys are still in the mix for the Pac-12 title. Some of it's out of your control. Will you do some scoreboard watching this week to see what's going on?
No, not really. You know, you asked me if I was rooting for certain teams in the conference, and no, that doesn't happen. It's an unbalanced schedule, and we know that, and we can't control that. We played Arizona and Oregon twice. Arizona and Oregon didn't get to play everybody twice, so had that happened, there's one of them that's sitting here with 3 losses just like we are. So we don't control that. We've just got to make sure that – I just want to make sure we play good basketball because when this team plays good basketball, not only are they fun to watch, but good things happen. And we got a chance to get 2 more wins under our belt this week going into the Pac-12 Conference Tournament, which is going to be crucial for us.
12 months ago, the feeling around here was quite a bit different, obviously, than it is now. Are the stresses, I don't know if the stresses you felt last year at this time compared to now, I mean, this would be more good stress, if that makes any sense that you're feeling?
Yeah, but I've been doing this 26 years. I've been doing it a lot as a player, and if I couldn't deal with stress and I couldn't deal or handle the pressures, I don't think, one, I wouldn't have been a very good player, and I obviously wouldn't have been a very good coach either. That's part of how you deal with it. And I think both as a player, as a coach, we've got a great set of parents. My mom and dad are out here again, and I was grounded very early in my career of what's important. And my faith has always been the most important part of my life, and that keeps me grounded. It keeps me, when I get stressed out, that would be because of what a different audience that I shouldn't be trying to adhere to. It's not about fans, whether it's good or bad. It's not about other coaches or other players or administrators or whatever. That's not what I do it for. I want to be respectful of the game always, and I want to try to put our players, prepare them as much as I possibly can to be successful, not just on the court, but we got 3 guys that are getting ready to leave. And as they leave college, it's my job to have them better prepared than when we got them. And I hope Bryce and Isaac and Gerald would all say that the experiences they've had in our family and in our culture have better prepared them for life after UCLA. And those are the things that mean the most. Are we in a win business? Yes, I get all those things, but I've never been stressed out that the world's coming to an end if something happens to me job-wise. That's just not, the job's never going to define who I am.
As a dad, what are you most proud of with Bryce?
How he's handled. There's not too many players that have probably been critiqued or evaluated more in a 4-year frame than Bryce has. All part of it. It's part of having the same name as the head coach. That's all part of it. He knew that. He knew that when we came here, and I took him and told him that. His older brother has been outstanding in helping him and mentoring him through this process. But I think a lot of you would agree he's been great with the media. He's been a tremendous teammate. He's embodied our culture, the unselfishness, do whatever you can to help the team on and off the court as much as you can consistently. And those are the things I've seen him grow. I've seen him come in as a 18-year-old and now as a 22-year-old. I'm very excited about his future because I think the things that have happened to him and what he's endured in his 4 years, he's a better man. He came in as a young man, he's leaving as a grown man, and that's exciting, not just as a coach, but it's exciting as a father.
Coach, aside from scheming to try and stop Markelle Fultz, how much fun is it for you, just from a basketball purist standpoint, to see two guys at the same position like Lonzo and him on the same court? Well,
obviously very talented point guards, as talented as anywhere in the country, and we feel like we got the best. And Zoe has had a phenomenal year, and he's playing at a very high level right now. We've got him playing, in my opinion, he's playing at even a quicker pace right now. He's healthy, he's energized, he's fresh. I think we've been doing a very good job in practices, not practicing long. And I think his body is ready for what the postseason is about to happen for us. So hopefully he's like everybody else. Hopefully we can finish strong here in these 2 games. But Fultz obviously is a great talent and somebody that you have to pay attention to every second because he can drop 25, 30 on you pretty quickly. So, but it's not just Fultz. We got to do a good job inside out. We defended them very well up there in Seattle, and we're going to have to do that again in the rematch.
How different are their styles of play, even though they do play the same position?
They are different. Lonzo's 6'6", wiry. Really is not. He's not the scorer Fultz is, but I'm convinced that if I said go be a scorer, Zoe could do that. But Zoe's mindset is make everybody around you better. And that's not here to critique Fultz or say that doesn't happen. I'm just not around Fultz. I've only played against him, coached against him once. So I can really speak to Lonzo, is that Lonzo has just made an impression on our program in every phase of the game. How you pass, how you dribble, the shots we take, how we defend. Zoe has impacted our program in a lot of ways that way, and maybe Fultz, Lorenzo would say the same thing about him. I'd be speaking out of turn because I'm just not around him every day, but there's a great culture around Lonzo, and a lot of that has to do with who he is as a person.
Corey mentioned that I think Bryce is on pace to make more threes per game than you did in Indiana. How much fun have you kind of had going back and forth with him on things like that?
I told him he's getting close. So when I take that coach hat off, and we don't have a lot of father-son moments in season. Usually happens out of season when we get on the golf course together, and then we're able to, kind of be dad and son and those type of things, because he knows it's all business, and yet we have fun. I'm not saying we don't have our moments and have fun, but I did tell him in one of our moments the other day that he's getting close, but just like I told him, it's very difficult to shoot 90% from the free throw line. It's difficult to make over 100 threes in a season. So he's not there yet, but he's getting closer, and he'd be the first to tell you, yeah, but his line's further back than mine was, and he's right about that too. He's got deeper range, and he's got much better footwork, and I've said it. I said it last year, which is a proud moment too. He's a better player than I was, and he's done an outstanding job. And this year, even more so, moving him off the ball, he's been able to showcase a different part of his game, moving without the ball, which he's very, very talented at. But he's getting everybody's top defensive guard is guarding him a lot of games, and to see him do the things he's doing consistently is good to see.